Hey, YouTube, we're back.
Hey, what's going on? This is Sunshine.
And E.
Right, what's going on? What's going on? We gonna do a little something. We just kind of pulled out because if anybody follows some of our videos, they'll hear that we've talked plenty of times about, especially when we talk about country music. We talk about when you talk about Dolly Parton, Alabama. We kind of bring up these two cities that's kind of next to each other. One is Gatlinburg and one is Pigeon Forge. And the reason why we're doing Johnny Cash, and I'm in all black. I think he's a man in black. Either he was a man in black or it was Mac Davis. One of those. There was two guys. I don't know if one was a man in black. They called him, but in A Boy Named Sue, which is I think based on I think he said it was a true story. I think somebody said, but he actually mentioned Gatlinburg in this song. So y'all keep your ears open for that and that mention. So that's what kind of stirred me to go this way. So let's take a little listen to Johnny Cash, A Boy Named Sue. But go ahead and like the video. You know, go ahead and subscribe, and hit the notification button and share. But let's get into this. Johnny Cash, Boy Named Sue. This is a live performance here.
Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to Ma and me, just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now, I don't blame him 'cause he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard, my wits got keen. Roamed from town to town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and stars I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that man that gave me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I'd just hit town and my throat was dry. I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. At an old saloon on a street of mud, there at a table, dealing stud, sat the dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother'd had, and I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you gonna die." Yeah, that's what I told him. Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, he come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. But I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we crashed through the wall and into the street, kicking and a gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer. I tell you, I've fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss, and he went for his gun and I pulled mine first. He stood there looking at me and I saw him smile. He said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough. And I know I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I give you that name and I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die. But it's that name that helped to make you strong." Yeah. He said, "Now you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your guts and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the son of a bitch that named you Sue." Yeah, well, what could I do? What could I do? I got all choked up and I threw down my gun, called him a pa and he called me a son, and I come away with a different point of view. And I think about him now and then, every time I try and every time I win. And if I ever have a son, I think I'm gonna name him Bill or George, any damn thing but Sue. I still ain't getting
All right. I don't know. I think that's for the troops. Looks like it's for he's singing for the troops or something. But I don't think it's a true story. I don't know if somebody could tell me whether or not it was. If he was, I think it's just something he came up with. But I've always, when I think of Gatlinburg, I think of that song because I mean that's where he found his father. I guess in this song, that named him Sue. So I always, when I think about Gatlinburg, I think about that song. I think about that song. I think about Gatlinburg. So that's just why I wanted to try to do it. But I don't know. You had any comments?
He just seemed like he had a sense of humor
Mhm.
from this song. I mean, I don't know much about um, Johnny Cash.
Right.
Every time I think of Johnny Cash, I always think of Glenn. What's his name?
Glenn Campbell.
Glenn Campbell.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yes, I've always kind of put it to it. For some reason or another.
That's
I don't
weird.
know.
Probably because it's maybe you didn't listen to a lot of country music, so he was well known. So you put because their styles are totally different.
I'm not.
But-
I
But
don't.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's probably because they were well known at the time. You had him. Then they also had the guy. What's the one? John Denver, where they didn't necessarily consider him a real country artist, but he was well known. So a lot of times people think about that, and they also think about what's the Kenny Rogers. You know, some of the ones back then that really stood out that everybody knew, regardless of what kind of music you listen to. And Johnny Cash, I think he had a lot of run-ins with the law and stuff. I think he was in jail a few times. I mean,
Who?
Johnny Cash. I believe that's some of. I
Really?
think he has a Fulton County Blues or something. There's a song. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that one time. But I think that's based on a true story. I believe. So, but yeah, we just wanted to go through that. Just a little. We gotta get back to Gatlinburg. We haven't been there in a while, so we got to get back there and check it out. It's a lot of fun down there. But you can make your comments below. Any comments of boy named Sue, if that's a true story, or Fulton County? I think it's Fulton County Blue, which is I think Fulton County. I think that's Atlanta. So I mean, it's it's weird that we're familiar with a couple of those places. But make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also please share. And I do believe that's it.
That is it. Thanks for listening to
Sunshine
Sunshine
and
and
E.
E.